Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back. Today, I thought I'd do something a little bit different because, to be honest with you, the face reveal thing went down way better than I was expected. So I figured I might do another video with a slightly more personal edge. I might post the actual thing that I'm talking about, the email that I sent. But I figured you guys would probably quite enjoy listening to the resignation letter I sent. Now, granted, this was a long time ago. This was back in 2011 when I worked for, I won't say the company's name, and it will be blanked out, but I worked for a company that, for all intensive purposes, I sold hanging baskets and Christmas trees and things like that to commercial businesses, and it was it was a low point in my life. I think we've all had jobs that we absolutely hate, and but some of us are probably still stuck in jobs that we absolutely hate. I'm quite fortunate that I have found a career path finally that seems to suit me down to the ground. So here we go. I guess I'll just start reading. So the title of the email is Resignation Letter, and it says, "Hi boss," I'll not omit the name. "After an appropriate period of deliberation, I've come to the decision to tender my resignation from said business, effective of the 20th of May 2011, given a week's notice as required by my contract. Please know that I still maintain the highest level of respect for you as a manager and as a colleague, and thank you sincerely for the support and assistance you have offered me in my role. I have been proud to work for the company over the past year, and it has been a journey that has provided me with an unparalleled foundation to move forward onto new and exciting opportunities. As such, I have decided to become a professional pirate. It has always been a dream of mine to live the life of a swashbuckling corsair, beholder to none and master of all I survey. Once my crew of unbanished rogues have assembled, we shall take to the captuous expanses of the high seas in pursuit of fortune, fame, and hair-raising adventure. Although our path may not be filled with the porcelain comforts and technological marvels that said company provides, we shall nevertheless move forward to carve our names of ourselves into the annals of bold insurgency and death-defying dairy-do. Once I have a keen blade at my hip and the Jolly Roger flapping high above me, I believe I would have found my true calling. Please note, I am currently accepting applications for First Officer, and if you were at all interested in applying, I will provide a full medical and dental plan which will cover offer immediate coverage of all maladies other than scurvy and the occasional bouts of rickets. Yours sincerely, my name." Now, it was a very interesting conversation afterwards. I was immediately taken into one of the offices with the manager of the entire building and asked if this was a joke, and completely deadpan with a straight face, which was incredibly difficult. I managed to go, no, I completely mean every single word of it. Which was great. It worked out fantastic for me. Not only did both the other managers that were in the room burst out laughing whilst reading my resignation letter, which I found highly amusing, but I was also instantly escorted off-site with a full month's worth of pay. So it kind of worked out for me pretty well there. Not that I ever suggest anyone send in a resignation letter like this. But there is a bonus, because I did write a second letter titled "Dear Colleagues," and this one, before getting escorted to the office and outside of the premises, it's a multinational company, and I managed to fire this one out to the global email address, so every single person read it. So here we go. To my co-workers, as many of you probably know by now, today was my last day. After being kindly escorted off-site, I want to take this opportunity to let you know what a great and distinct pleasure it has been to type "Today was my last day." For nearly as long as I have worked here, I've hoped that one day I might leave this company, and now that dream has become a reality. Please know that I would have not reached this goal without the unending lack of support. Words cannot express my gratitude for the words of gratitude you did not express. I would especially like to thank all of my managers. In an age where miscommunication is all too common, you constantly impress and inspire me with the sheer magnitude of misinformation. It takes a strong person to admit their mistakes. It takes an even stronger person to attribute their mistakes to me. Over the past year, you've taught me more than I could have ever asked for, and in most cases, ever did ask for. I have been fortunate enough to work with an absolutely interchangeable team leader on a wide variety of seemingly identical projects. An invaluable lesson in overcoming the daily tedium, Your demands were high and patience was short, but I do take great solace in knowing that my work was, as stated on my appraisal, satisfactory. This is the type of praise that sends a man home happy after an 8-hour day, smiling his way through a bottle of the most satisfactory scotch. And to most of my peers, even though we barely acknowledge each other within these office walls, I hope that in future, should we pass on the street, you will regard me in the same way as I regard you. And no eye contact. But for those few souls whom I did interact with, here's my personal notes of farewell. Won't say their name. Sorry, princess, but I wonder who's going to help you hit your targets when the appointment starts back. So, other dude, the toaster needs to be plugged in for it to work. Another dude, although I was flattered by your need to touch me all the time, I'm not that way inclined, maybe in another life. To the other dude, I will always remember sharing my lunch with you, despite having clearly labelled it with my name. To some other guy, I will miss detecting your flatulence as much as you will clearly miss walking past my cubicle to deliver it. To absolutely wonderful old lady that worked there, take care of yourself and don't be afraid to give my buddy and the boys the occasional slap around the back of the head as you frequently give to me. And finally, to Kev, that he was like the ultimate work buddy. You were right. I tested positive. We'll talk later. So, in parting, if I could pass on any words of advice to the individual who will soon be filling my position, it would be to cherish this experience like a sponge and soak it up like a good woman, because opportunities like this don't come along. Opportunities like this only come along once in a lifetime, meaning if I had to work here again, I'd sooner kill myself. Yours, happily skipping down the road, mining. So, I'm going to put some random gameplay in the background here, but I hope you appreciate this little insight into my my previous work history and the past life and the kind of shenanigans I tend to get up to. Yeah, so that was it. And yeah, sorry, actually I made the mistake. I forwarded this to my friend, the best mate that was the best office mate anyone could ever have, who was there at the time, and he forwarded it to the global mailbox because I genuinely forgot whilst reading it that it was, in fact, I had already added the, as many of you probably know, I have been escorted off site today. But yeah, it's just a little bit of my past that I found incredibly amusing, and I hope it amused you guys too. So until next time, take care.